too big for this episode. Hey, hi, it's me, Wilma Fingerdoo, with the Fingerdoo review of the cast of Drag Race España Season 2. Now, I do want to go on record as saying, I don't know these queens. I've not seen them perform beyond what's available to view on the socials. My opinion of them is superficial at best, so don't take anything I say as gospel. But I will say this, we've got 2 more queens in the cast than last year, and half of them are 30 years of age or older, which I find exciting. Not that younger queens can't be fabulous too, but I feel that the older queens have more experience and they've seen a thing or two. So I think this season is going to blow season 1 out of the water. I also want to just warn you all, I am going to butcher these names. No offense to any of the queens. I am not trying to insult anybody, but what can I tell you? I'm an English manja cake. I can barely roll myself out of bed, never mind my R's, I'm just saying. So, brace yourself for some interesting pronunciations. So, let's get to it. Jorge, drink me! Oh, thank you, in the martini glass. You know, you don't get as much in the martini glass as you do in the others. I'm just pointing it out. Pucker. All right. So, our first queen is Ariel Rec. She's 33 and from Madrid. And she is Killer Queen's older drag sister, older by 1 year. And she says she wants to snatch that crown because of the season 1 girls that stole that crown from her sister. She calls herself the rock star of season 2, which is probably why she doesn't drape herself in feathers and sequins. She's very versatile with her looks, well, as far as her Instagram account is concerned. So I'm sure she'll impress the judges on the runway. But if she feels she's too cool for school, she may get outshone by 1 or more of the other queens. I'm just saying. Next up, we have Diamante Merybrown. She's 26, was born in the Dominican Republic, but lives in Madrid. Diamante is her grinder name, so she says she's the whore of season 2 because, well, she learned growing up that whores have more fun. Don't want to whore shame her or judge, but couldn't you just say party girl? Diamante is a dancer and a drinker. I just hope that she doesn't dance after she drinks. Like, you know, some people like 1 or 2 drinks and then they can dance. Diamante is looking forward to making friends and learning while on Drag Race, but she's also there to win the crown, or else she'd, well, just stay home and make a salad. Or did she say toss a salad? Gosh, I get confused with these subtitles. I love her interview look, but that wig line was working my nerves. Just me? Either way, Diamante is a high-energy performer that could easily avoid sashaying away if she ever finds herself in the bottom 2, I'm just saying. Next up, we have 30-year-old drag Sethlas. She calls herself the body, the bitch, the diva, and the beauty. She's from the city of Las Palmas, and if you can't tell that's in Gran Canaria, then you didn't see Drag Volcano on season 1. Speaking of, Sethlas says she'll last longer than Volcano. Mark it down. Her drag name means God of Fire, and she plans to burn up the competition. She's very confident and calls herself a 380 queen. That's 360 with a little bit more. She's a controversial queen. Point in fact, she won the Carnival de las Palmas de Gran Canaria in 2017 by portraying both Jesus and the Virgin Mary crucified. Gasp. She wanted to do Drag Race to prove that Gran Canaria drag is more than platforms and feathers by wearing platforms and feathers. Well, that's one way to do it. If she can show versatility, I expect this queen to go far. We'll just have to see. Next up, we have 25-year-old Estrella Xtravaganza. She is living in Jerez de la Frontera, but she's originally from Barcelona. She is a combination of Divine, Britney Spears, and Lola Flores. Except, well, she can't dance. Apparently, she can't really sing either. But as a comedy queen, her goal at the end of the day is to make people laugh. I feel like this queen will bring the party to the challenges because, well, she won't take herself too seriously. But I fear the other queens won't have time for her raucous personality. But from her Instagram, it's clear she's got skills and an eclectic fashion sense. So, who can say? Next up is our youngest queen of the season at 18. It's Hota Carajota. She is also from Jerez de la Frontera, where she says they eat potatoes whole. Among other things, I'm sure. Here's another self-professed comedy queen who says she can't sing, dance, or even strut it out on a runway, but she says neither could Lola Flores, and she still was a must-see. Okay. I don't see Hota lasting very long in this competition, I'm sorry to say, but I bet you she's a hoot while she's there. Seriously. Next is 31-year-old Yuri Dickley from Madrid, but she grew up in Brussels. The self-professed queen bee of season 2, Yuri is Drag Race España's first trans woman contestant. Her influences are baby dolls from the 60s and 70s, opera singers, Greco-Roman goddesses, and empowered women, just like her. Her strengths are her beauty, her voice, and her butt. And I'll bet it's a big butt. She sings opera and mixes it with electropop. Seriously, check out her Instagram, but brace yourself. This queen's voice is surreal, and her looks are flawless. She says she wants to win Drag Race to prove that anyone can do drag, whether they're cisgendered or trans, and I think that this queen will definitely make top 4, but she could win it all. Mark it down. Next, we have Marina. She's 34 and the non-binary goddess of the Barcelona underground. Marina is classy, intelligent, and a total performer. Although she says she can't sew, she is all about fashion, and she more than proves it on her Instagram page. Marina says the drag of the future should be non-binary, and that's why she wants to win Drag Race. Marina says she'll be the star of the season, and you know what? I believe her. If she doesn't take the crown this season, she won't make it easy for whomever does, I'm just going to say. Seriously. Next, we have Marissa Priesta, 28 this queen is, and is from Galicia, although she didn't specify where, but she did imply that she's the only cross-dresser in the village. Although she used to work in Madrid, she's returned to her village due to, well, unknown but dramatic circumstances, and now works in her dad's fish shop. So she's a fishmonger. The one challenge this queen is ready for is the sewing challenge, but she expects to win, which is probably why she calls herself the Cinderella of season 2. I have to admit, I like this queen's aesthetic and her personality, so I'm expecting her to make top 4. Seriously. Next, we have Onyx, who is an ageless alien from the Mount of Venus, which is normally found at the base of your thumb if you're reading a palm. But hers apparently is in Carabanchel, a suburb in southwestern Madrid, known for its prison of the same name. All of these facts are why she calls herself the quirky queen of the season. She says her strengths are being smart and able to create unique looks. But from what I can see on her Instagram, this queen's looks are out of this world, literally. So I worry that if she can't do more terrestrial looks, she may get read by the judges. When it's all said and done, this queen is here to have fun, a good time, and to show off. She also wants to prove that quirky queens can win it all too. Has she not met Evie Oddly? Next, we have 25-year-old Samantha Ballentines from San Fernando, Cadiz. Her name comes from, well, Samantha Jones from Sex and the City and Ballantines Scotch whiskey. Good thing she's not a fan of a mint julep is all I'm saying. Samantha is a self-proclaimed stupid good-looking and says she's mistaken for Christina Aguilera. Well, now I see why she's called stupid good-looking. A veteran of drag for 15 years, her recent videos during COVID have been going viral. That doesn't sound right. All kidding aside, I expect this queen to go far. She's beautiful, funny, and experienced in improv, which will totally help her in the challenges. She could win it all as long as she doesn't sing too much. I'm just saying. Sharone, our second single-name queen, is from Barcelona, and her age is somewhere between 0 and 100. But since she's been doing drag for 20 years, I'm going to say she's at least 35. She looks good. She pronounces her name as it's spelled, Sharone, but she has answered to the odd Spaniard who calls her Charo. This queen sings live beautifully, which is a coincidence because she's giving me Bernadette Peter vibes. Speaking of vibes, check out this queen's Instagram because not only is she gorgeous, but she's a master at transformation. There are tons of pics on her page where she's painted herself to look like Amy Winehouse, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, Cher, and even Donatella Versace, just to name a few. So, I'm expecting big things from her for Snatch Game. Sharoni wants to win Drag Race, not just because of the years she's invested into the art form, but also for her biggest fan, her mama. Oh. Last but not least is one of the queens who took my breath away the minute I saw her. Venedita von Dash. She's 30 years old and from Elche, Alicante, but lives in Madrid. I'm butchering this, right? Right? I'm just insulting all of Spain. She's also Drag Race España's first bearded queen, and I have to say, she paints so beautifully that I didn't even see her beard right away. She says of all the bearded queens working today, she's the most glamorous, talented, and the most beautiful. I have to admit, I believe her. Venedita's name is a hybrid of two of her biggest influences, La Veneno and Dita Von Teese. So I expect some body with a big pinch of burlesque from this queen. She says she's performed everywhere and that Drag Race is all that's left for her. Although she's not a singer, she says she hopes Drag Race catapults her to the level of stardom she deserves, and she wants to win because, well, she's in a lot of debt. By the look of her outfits, I can see why. Seriously. So, there you have it, your cast for Drag Race España Season 2. As I said, we've got 2 more queens than last season, so it's sure to be a fight to the finish, unless we have quitters like last year. I'm just saying, do you have a fave? Do you already follow any of these queens? Who do you think has the ability to win it all? Let me know in the comments down below. And while you're down there, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. We just passed the 8,000 subscription mark on YouTube, and I would love to make 10,000 by the end of summer. So feel free to share this and all my videos with anyone you think is as big a Drag Race fan as we are. Also, check out my links in the description box if you'd like to support me and this channel. Until next time, miss me! Mwah! Seriously, I should find out how to say miss me in Spanish.